All right, I have Bret Casey back on the show now, who takes on Ben McHugh next on July the 23rd at Cage Wars Mike Tyson Fight Night 2. Bret, how you doing?
How you doing? How you doing today, guys? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm happy to have you back on the show. And I just want to first start with this Mike Tyson angle. I mean, that is very cool. I would have to imagine if it's called Mike Tyson Fight Night 2, that he's going to be there. So how excited are you to actually be there, to have him in the venue and watch you fight?
Yeah, I'm real excited, man. To perform an Iron Mike like a legend like that. It's one in a million. It's life changing for some people as well, to get some exposure and recognition with a big name like that. Especially my pops too. He's a big fan of Tyson and shit growing up, that killer be killed mentality. So be able to perform with him, it's one in a million. I'm excited, ready to rock, and ready to put my hands on someone.
Now, I know you're a little bit younger, but do you remember, like, have you watched any fights or highlights of Mike Tyson in his prime?
All the time, baby. All the time, man. Just studying that, just his movement and just his slip and just I shadow box like him. Like when I'm in the room or at my house or at the gym, I imitate Tyson to a T. I just love that style. He's a dog, man. Tyson's the greatest, man. In my eyes, people ask me all the time too, that Ali or Tyson question. Tyson kill him in my eyes, man. Tyson would come out hard earlier. Tyson put him on his head. Tyson, always said I was greater, but you get them both in their prime, man. Tyson takes his head off inside 3 rounds, I think, man. Tyson's that dude's a certified G, man.
If you get a chance to spend a little time with him and pick his brain, are you going to try and take that opportunity?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna ask Mike to do some other things, but I'm gonna just be able to chop. Be fun too. I said it last podcast I was on too. Mike Tyson doesn't know who the fuck I am now, but after that night, with my humor, my ability to get the crowd going, he's gonna know who the fuck I am after that night.
So I can do a pretty good Mike Tyson impersonation. I'm not going to do it right here, right now, but let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that you could do a good Mike Tyson impersonation. Would you do that for him, or would you be
absolutely? I'm an impressions guy. Anything from the casino to this to that, I can imitate anybody. But Tyson, man, I'm gonna be, yo, Mike, can we go play with some tigers? Mike, you got some tigers? So yeah, man, Tyson, dude, I'm gonna pick his brain like you said, and I'm gonna have that man rolling on the floor, man. He's going to be laughing his ass off on me.
Very cool, man. Well, that's very, very exciting for you. But I know most importantly, this is a business trip. You need to get in there and get another win. Just tell me how camp has been for you thus far. We're still a couple weeks out from July 23rd.
Yeah, camp's going good. Healthy. Weight's on point. I got no reason to bullshit right now. I'm like 157 in the morning when I wake up. We can weigh at 46. So I'm like 11, 12 over. Starting to get hard though right now, because I'm a bigger guy. But with the due diligence and the discipline, everything's going smooth. So yeah, hopefully get in there, get out early, get untouched again, and on to the next one. I got some things lined up, so we'll see what goes from here. I know I am going on a vacation shortly after. I'm going to Puerto Rico and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna take probably about a week off, 2 weeks, and it's back in the lab, man. I got something maybe brewing in August and then October for sure. So I'm looking to have a active run before the holidays come, and then like I said, jump to the pro scene early next year.
Anything new or different in camp? Have you guys had any new training partners specifically to get you ready for Ben?
No. Same guys, man, the day ones. Just working like dogs, man. Just putting the hours in, just reps. Not sparring as much this camp, because we spar hard, man. At our gym, people know we're getting known for that, man. We're like 2 Rams like this all day long. We're going hard. So yeah, I didn't spar as much this camp. I do feel a lot fresher from not sparring fucking 3 days a week. But yeah, everything's going smooth, healthy, no injuries. Just ready to go in there and put my paws on this kid and get my hand raised.
You mentioned wanting to stay active here moving forward, even after this fight. And you mentioned October. I'm assuming you're talking about Combat FC. I saw a post that you made fairly recently, and obviously that's Joe Cav's promotion, and it's on UFC Fight Pass. So it is a big deal. And your cousin, Pat Casey, just fought at Combat FC 1, a big win over Steven Stengel. What did you think of the environment, the event? I'm sure you were right there cage side.
Yeah, it was. I got the corner pad and shit. So the experience was great. The show was professionally ran. Just the exposure, the connections. I'm a marketable guy. I like to think so anyways. I just got to keep these wins rolling. And Joe Cav's definitely a connection, that could take your talent to the next level. Fighting those guys out that area. Obviously, a lot of UFC talent gets pumped out from that side of Massachusetts. So, yeah, I'm going to go in there. I'm going to whoop someone's ass quick there for his show as well. And time for me to get some recognition, man. I'm here, and I'm here to stay, baby. So, I'm excited I get to put on a show, that October card. With those big eyes and ears watching the show. Combat FC, like Joe said himself, man, he's right-hand man's with the boss man in the big league. So to be able to perform in front of audience like that, platform like that, it's 1 in a million. So I got to go in there. I got to perform. I got to put my hands on someone October 21st as well, and get someone out of there early. And hopefully, my talents can take it to the next level early that next year.
Did Joe make it clear that he wants you on that card?
Yeah. So Christine is a matchmaker for them. She actually helped out with the Ammo family as well when I made my debut. She actually reached out to me. Obviously, we got a lot of high-level up-and-coming guys at our gym. We got John Virawet, Daniel Keeper, guys like that are also going to be trying to get on the show. I know Marcel Romero's looking to make his pro debut as well for us. He's a Cage Titans champ right now. So yeah, he's looking to make his pro debut as well. So we got some dogs, man, coming up, man, trying to make some leaps towards the big leagues. So that's the show, man. So yeah, they reached out to us. They want both Casey boys on the show. We bring a big crowd, big names in the Western Mass and Massachusetts area. So to have us both on the same show, it's obviously going to be our first time together on the same show. So it's going to be weird because we're always cornering each other and shit, and we're always in each other's camps. But to be able to get ready for a camp like together, that's just going to be cool, man. We've been with each other since day one in this journey. So to be able to share a card with my cousin it's going to be a memorable moment for sure.
Well, I'm going to be there at Combat FC too. I believe the plan right now is for me to set up backstage and maybe do interviews. I still have to work that out with Joe, but I saw what it was like when you fought just yourself at Ammo. What is it going to be like if you and Pat are on the same card? I can't imagine the energy in that arena from all the fans and support that you guys will bring.
We're going to sell that shit out, baby. Come on. 500 plus people are going to be for the Casey boys. They know what they're getting when we come and fight on the Massachusetts scene. Shit, I'm about to get a fan bus just to go to New York, for Christ's sake. So we fight in Massachusetts. We're bringing at least 350 to 500 our goddamn self. So we're going to have that place jumping. I like to think I'm the most electrifying goddamn man in the room. So we're going to get that place on their feet. We know how to give a show, and it's going to be an entertaining one for sure. Both of us on the same card, man. The Casey boys were here.
How important was it for Pat to get that win most recently at Combat FC, especially after suffering what I would say was kind of a surprising loss at CES prior to that?
Yeah, it's always good to get back in the win column. Pat is capable, man, to take it to the highest level. Just every time, one of those one fight away kind of came close, it's part of the fight game, man. When you're fighting top level guys, he's fought the best of the best, two up and coming stars, like had a couple of Bellator fights, but a couple of elite up and coming guys too. Yeah, man, to be able to get back in the win column, that was huge. Now we're talking about it, he rallies off a couple more. He's sitting, 10-5, 11-5, 12-5. Once you're sitting out there, you can kind of make a little bit of noise and try to take your talent to obviously the UFC. Maybe contender series. There's a lot of options out there, but he's got to be in the gym, man. He's got to be training hard like he always does, and you just got to stay at it. You win some, you lose some, but he's always back in the gym. He's always in good spirits. He's like a real OG in the game, I like to say. You know what I mean? He handles losses well. He comes back, fully mentally prepared. It doesn't bother him. He gets back in the gym, and then the next person, usually after a loss, they 9 times out of 10 they get their ass whooped. So you know what I'm saying? It lets a fire back into him. He likes to feel like he's like 26 again. That vintage Pat Casey came out. You've seen it when he fought Stangle. He just went in there and fucking smashed that boy. So you know what I mean? Yeah, but he's fully capable, man, to go to the next level. We've been saying that. He's got to rally off a couple more wins, and I think, especially for the Combat FC show and shows like CES, you get wins there. Joe Cav said it best when you were actually talking with Sanders. They're just looking for just guys that can fight, man. The guys that put on shows, and it doesn't matter if you're 30, if you're 35, you can get the call whenever. It could be a local show in Boston, and you get the fill-in call. You just got to be ready at all times and ready to go in there and handle business. And I'm not just being biased because he's my cousin, but he's definitely capable to fight at the highest level for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Now, we talked a little bit about this before we started the interview, but I gotta get some more info from you and your betting ways. I mean, you said you won $70,000 on a parlay betting on DraftKings. I mean, my God, like, well, you have great sports knowledge, but what's the secret to your success here?
Just kind of just close my eyes and pray. I don't know. No, I mean, there's a couple guys, you pay for picks and stuff, and you just kind of get lucky. I guess it's literally anything could happen. The gambling, I don't recommend it to anybody, but the highs, man. The lows are the lows. But that is true. Yeah, I hit a ridiculous parlay, but gave like 30 back in like the next week or two. So really, really didn't have much to show for it, but just a big winning bet, like a ticket slip, and then that was it. It was gone the next week. But yeah, nah, I like to bet on some action for sure. I ain't gonna lie, I like to be a little degenerate once in a while. College basketball, baby, we're always talking about it with each other too. The Duke UNC rivalry, that's the bread and butter, though. The college hoops, baby, college hoops.
See, I don't know enough about, or at least nowadays, I'm not paying as much attention to college as I am the pros. I'm a huge Celtics fan. I like the Tar Heels. What sports do you like betting the most? Is there one or two that just kind of stands out to you?
Yeah, football for sure is obviously the best. College hoop, just the March Madness, the tournament alone. There's games, Christ, all day long. Saturday, forget about it. DGen galore. You're just literally banging games all day long. You know what I mean? But football season is great too, because Saturdays you got college football all goddamn day. Then Sunday, when you blow your load Saturday, Sunday comes. How you doing? You can win some games there. You got football, NFL to bounce back on.
So I'm a huge Patriots fan, but I'm also an enormous Tom Brady fan. So I still follow him down in Tampa. How good do you think he's going to be this year?
Come on, the guy's gonna make playoffs every goddamn year he's in the fucking league. Like there's no doubt about that. 44, however old he is. How old is he now? 40 what?
He's 45 now.
Yeah,
He just turned 45.
But man, when you got billions and I'm talking when he's a billionaire for Christ's sakes. When you got billions of dollars and you're waking up in silk pajamas every goddamn day, he's got the highest paid medical staff and people rehabbing him, and he's 35. You know what I mean? Same thing with LeBron. LeBron's on year 20th in the NBA, for Christ's sakes. Guy's built like he's been in jail still for 50 years. You know what I mean? He's huge. Like, it's just like the guy don't age. You know what I mean? Same thing with Brady. I mean, Brady ain't built like an action figure. He's built like a dad. But, I mean, as far as his body holding up, looked all right. I mean, as long as they got an old line to protect his old ass, they'll be okay.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'll be down there in Tampa December 5th or 6th. I can't remember the date, but I got tickets to the Monday night game against the Saints. So I'm sure he'll be throwing that touchdown passes left and right all season long.
Did you see the Baker trade?
I did. He's going to Carolina now. What do you think of that?
Baker is, I mean, I love Baker. Don't get me wrong. I love his swag. I love his demeanor, but he's like a 500 guy. He's subpar. He ain't going to get you over the hump. Let's be real. I'll throw Sammy Darnold out there, maybe, possibly. And Baker's my guy, too, but just being real. I mean, like, who's he throwing the ball to? DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson? Me and my buddy were just talking about it now. They ain't going to do shit. McCaffrey, that's about it. But
and that only matters if he can stay healthy, because he's hanged up so easily. So, yeah, I'm not expecting much from Carolina. But let's transition to your fight, man. Cage Wars, Mike Tyson Fight Night 2. It's in Albany, New York, July the 23rd. What is that travel like for you from where you live? How long of a drive is it?
It's like an hour 45, maybe 2 hours with traffic. It's not too far. So Cage Wars, they actually always fight, typically at the Rivers Casino in Schenectady. But it's Mike made his pro debut, I believe it was at the Empire Plaza, was his first professional fight. So it's a big crowd, probably 4,000-ish people, maybe. They sell out all the time out there. They really do. So yeah, they needed a bigger venue just because obviously Tyson's in attendance. They got the boxing pro card the night before. So during our weigh-ins, we weigh in the morning or the afternoon-ish, and then they got the pro boxing card that night. So it's actually at the Empire Plaza Convention Center in Albany right there by like the big egg by the water and stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's cool. So yeah, the fighters, I believe they're staying at the casino, and then we're getting like shuttled over. So it's going to be cool. I'm going up a day early too. So I got to make sure I'm on point with my weight the day before. So I'm going to get up there Thursday. I'm going to get a room myself because they comp us a room Friday night, but I'm going to get one Thursday, wake up. One of the guy who does the promoting out there, Tommy Marcelino, he's got his own gym and shit where they train out of. So Thursday I can get some work in probably at their house, lose the last pound or two, and weigh in on Friday, look like an ox, built like steel, and then go carb up and let this little boy know who's boss.
What do you think you'll actually weigh on fight night once you carb back up and replenish your body?
Shit, who knows? It's crazy how many lbs I put on. Last fight I was 144.8 for the 45 bout. Fight like afternoon when we left at our gym. I was 163.8, some shit like that, 164 pounds. And obviously I drank a little water and shit in the back for the 4 or 5 hours when we were getting our hands wrapped. So probably about 165. About 3 weeks ago, dude, I was 185 pounds. So
no kidding. Wow.
Yeah.
So man, what specifically did you do to get that 20 pounds off? Was it just diet and just
this is like I'm a chunky kid, all pasta, pizza, you know what I mean? And my girlfriend's Puerto Rican, so I'm eating rice and I'm eating good, you know what I mean? So when I don't got a fight lined up, I get huge, man. But it's just discipline in the diet. Really honestly, just low sodium, no sugars, a lot of fruit, a lot of vegetables. And honestly, just disciplined reps. I do a shit ton of cardio too. Like I'll wake up in the morning, I'll do 3 miles. I'll go to the gym before I go do my MMA training. I'll do another 2. Then I'll go do my MMA session for about 3 hours. Then I'll go sit in the sauna for a half hour, 15 minutes. I burned about 20 pounds in probably like the first 2 weeks of my diet. 8 weeks out is when I start like really going real discipline and trying to tone up my body, because I get the dad bod, man, the full on fluffy belly and a lot of pasta and pizza in my stomach. So to be built like the action figure I like to think I am, I gotta be really, really disciplined. Like if you looked at my fridge right now, you would think I'm one of them healthy fucking freaks that just are like won't even eat anything that's horrible the slightest bit. Like my fridge is super healthy right now, and it's terrible because I got like on one of them. I got a 3-year-old, so like I got one of them like baby locks on like the snack cabinet. You open that thing up, Jesus Christ! I got Goldfish, Oreos, the muffins, the nutty bars. I got everything. It's terrible. I can't eat shit for my kid, but yeah.
Yeah, so you just need to keep that locked up and not
it's locked. Yeah, for sure. It's
after
locked,
the fight when you get back home. Well, tell me a little bit about Ben McHugh. He's 0-1. He has a UD loss to Josh Maiden at Cage Wars. So what do you know about his style?
He's a young buck, one of them college kids. Like how you see my podcast before, this kid was like creeping on my Instagram. He's one of them jiu-jitsu kids. It didn't really impress me too much. He kind of got wrestle banged his whole fight. He fought that Josh Maiden kid was a wrestler out there at Mohawk Valley, New York. Literally, the kid he's young, man. You know what I mean? I'm not just talking shit. I mean, I am a little bit, but from a mature standpoint, yeah, he looks very, very small. He looks not very active on the feet. Doesn't like to strike too much. His wrestling wasn't very high level. He had some slick, jiu-jitsu transitions and attempts at chokes, but other than that, he didn't really look too engaging on the feet. They maybe threw a combined, both of them, 8 punches that fight. So we're gonna see how he reacts to getting touched, man. Because I'm coming out guns blazing. I mean, the first 10 seconds we're gonna feel each other out, but once I touch him with this lead hook or a cross, he's gonna be like, "Fuck, this kid hits hard." And then, like everyone else, he's gonna turn into a wrestler, and he's not a wrestler. He's a jits guy. And then he's not gonna be able to take my big ass down. I'm gonna look at him and say, "Try again, buddy." And he's going to have to meet me in the center. He's going to have to get touched up with these hands, something that didn't happen his first fight. And I think he's going to go down, man. He's going to shell up. So that's my prediction. First round, TKO stoppage. And it's on to the next one.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to ask. Does it even get out of the first round? And you're supremely confident, Bret. Does that just come from the hard work you put in training?
Yeah. I mean, one of my best friends is literally right next to me right now since kindergarten, man. He'll tell you I always had that demeanor towards me. Like I always, in order to beat the man, you got to be the man. You know what I mean? So like, I like to think I was the man growing up as a kid. So kind of transitioned into this sport too. Obviously this sport, it's kind of became like a little like the WWE a little bit. You got to be able to market yourself very well. I like to think I'm a marketable guy. So I'm talking it, I'm walking it, I'm putting asses in seats and keeping the first round finishes coming, and big things will come my way, and the confidence, man, it's just, I'm a believer in myself. I'm not doing this just for a hobby. I'm doing this because I'm good at it. And I got no plan B. You want me to be honest? It's literally, this is it. So why I'm not 30 yet and getting older, you know what I mean? I gotta give this a push, gotta give it a run. So this kid is just the one of many that are just going to get their ass whooped. It's a learning experience for him. It's a learning experience for me. Gonna go in there, gonna get my hand raised and look to have a quick turnaround and whoop another ass soon.
Always a pleasure talking to you, Bret. I have no doubt that you have a very bright future, especially after that ammo fight. I feel like a lot of people out there are very high on you, and rightfully so. Again, Bret Casey meets Ben McHugh July the 23rd at Cage Wars, Mike Tyson Fight Night 2. Before I do let you go, I want to give you the floor, man. Please tell people where they can follow you on social media. If you have any sponsors, anyone to thank, the floor is yours.
Yep. So I want to give first shout out all my sponsors, man. They're very generous. They helped me out with this camp. People don't understand, you got to grind in this sport, and it's hard. So yeah, big ups to all my sponsors, my coaches, my teammates, the Grizzly family, my personal family, all my friends, the fans, people who believe in me. I got a big support system here in Springfield. I got the whole city on my back, and yeah, man, just thank you for everybody. It means a lot, and I'm gonna put on for my goddamn city. July 23rd, Iron Mike. Remember the name, baby. This is a cold white boy, and I'm coming to whoop that boy's ass. He's done in one, baby. He's done in fucking one.